On February 24, 2023, just after 11:10 p.m., an RCMP officer was parked near Rundle Drive, a quiet residential street where nothing ever really happens. He was conducting routine traffic stops, keeping an eye out for impaired drivers. But that night was about to turn anything but routine. Out of nowhere, the dash cam on his cruiser caught a white Buick Verano making a sharp turn and speeding off. Something about the driver's behavior immediately seemed suspicious. Without a second thought, the officer activated his sirens and emergency lights and pursued the car. The chase was on.
Shots fired. I believe shots fired. If someone can just RTT, I'm going to initiate pursuit. Control band 301, vehicle fleeing from me. I believe a shot fired at my vehicle. I believe that my window was shot at.
The suspect tore through the neighborhood as if he had nothing to lose, and the officer struggled to keep pace. Then, in an instant, a flash lit up the dark street, followed by a deafening bang. The officer flinched. A bullet had just pierced the windshield where a passenger would normally sit. The dashcam shook violently from the impact, and over the radio, his voice cracked through, "Shots fired." What had started as a routine pursuit had suddenly escalated into something far more dangerous.
Are you still flowing?
I am. The guy shot at me.
Are you hurt? Did it hit you or just...
He hit my vehicle. I've got a gunshot. He's shooting at me.
Where are you?
Give me a second. Just passing the primary school. White Buick.
Ridge.
61125. I've got the person pinned in an alley here. What's the handgun? What's the handgun? What's your handgun?
The cruiser skidded to a stop, and the officer returned fire. 25 rounds rang out into the freezing night. What the dash cam didn't capture, but investigators later confirmed, was that the suspect had been hit twice in the neck. He managed to flee a short distance before collapsing in someone's yard. Nearly an hour later, a K9 unit located him, barely alive. His name was Austin Clark Dilva, and to the RCMP, he was no stranger. In this next video, a young girl named Lisa Lightning was on her way home with her father during a powerful thunderstorm. Sitting in the passenger seat, she decided to film the intense weather for her Snapchat friends, capturing the flashes of lightning and roaring thunder. But what she ended up recording was something no one could have ever predicted. As the storm raged on, a massive bolt of lightning suddenly struck a white truck just a few meters ahead of them. You can hear Lisa gasp in shock before the video abruptly cuts off. The strike was dangerously close. Close enough to make your heart stop for a moment. After looking into the incident, it was revealed that, miraculously, everyone inside the truck survived without a single injury, not even a burn. Still, the experience left them deeply shaken. The lightning didn't just hit nearby, it struck the truck directly. And yet, somehow, everyone walked away completely unharmed. This next dashcam video is unlike anything we've seen so far. Chaotic, intense, and almost unbelievable. The incident took place on March 3, 2025, and was uploaded by a Reddit user known as 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐻. The video was titled, "None of My Biz, I'm Keep Driving." And once you see what unfolds, that title takes on a chilling new meaning. In the footage, we see the driver, presumably 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐻 himself, cruising along a quiet road. At first, everything seems normal, until he makes a small traffic violation. It's nothing major, but it's enough to catch the attention of a nearby police car. Moments later, the officers switch on their lights and begin to follow. That's when things take a dangerous turn.
I was caught with dot shot from his neck and shit went through his brain. The boy needed a check. I'm real bite foot. I don't care how we travel, somebody get infested. Had a hard time adjusting my ski. Like I had a tie on my dress in the whip on the spree. Had to turn up the speed. Calling my op, should give her a heads up. Baby, please stay in your crib. I'll be up in the
What's truly shocking is how the driver reacts. Instead of pulling over, he speeds up, as if pretending nothing happened. In an instant, a routine stop escalates into a full-blown chase. You can feel the tension rising as he weaves through traffic, risking not only his own life but everyone else's on the road. His need to escape suddenly outweighs everything, even common sense. It makes you stop and think, what would you have done? Would you risk everything just to avoid a ticket? Or would you have stopped? Maybe even checked if the officers were okay after the chaos that followed. This next dashcam video comes from Seoul, South Korea, and it captures a truly terrifying event that took place recently. On March 26, 2025, a man was driving home after a long day at work. The streets were calm, traffic was light, everything appeared perfectly ordinary. But in an instant, that sense of normalcy was shattered. Let's take a look at the footage. Without any warning, the ground suddenly gave way beneath him. A massive sinkhole opened right in the middle of the road, swallowing everything in its path. The asphalt crumbled like paper and vanished in seconds. One nearby driver, traveling with his family, managed to swerve and escape by mere inches. The man filming slammed his brakes and pulled to the side, narrowly avoiding disaster. But tragically, the motorcyclist just ahead wasn't so fortunate. He was swallowed by the sinkhole and later found dead the following day. He was only 33 years old. What makes this even more disturbing is that incidents like this are becoming increasingly common. Sinkholes are unpredictable. They strike without warning, without cracks, without signs. One moment you're driving home, and the next, the ground itself disappears beneath you. Moral of the story is, always stay alert on the road. Even a normal drive can turn dangerous in an instant.